ever give up. Just what makes a little old ant think he'll move that rubber tree plant?
Happy Friday, and welcome to the second installment of Uzik's weekly PvE review. This week we are going to be looking at the Larethain dungeon in Wolflands. It's kind of in southern Wolflands, a little past the north of Elflands. There's a nice daily quest there for Sarlids. It's one of my preferred dungeons as well. So, just gonna go get my stuff set up, and it has a Valron chest in it as well. So I'm gonna take 3 Valron, as I always do. The gear I'm wearing today, I just have Q2, R50, Bloodcraft, chest, and slash and whatever on my and endurance on my jewelry. Nothing too fancy. Some more food. Alright, so we're gonna head out here. It takes a while for us to get there, so yeah, I'll see you when I'm at the entrance. Alright, so we are approaching the dungeon. There's a bear approaching me as well. Or at least the entrance to the dungeon. There's a freaking bear gonna come on. Oh, there, friend. I don't want to hurt you, bruh. I don't want to hurt you, bruh. That bear is gonna try to kill me. Try to kill my mount. Right. I think I got some low bag too. There are a lot of China farmers who hang out here because there's like a. I don't have a skin left. You've got to be kidding me. I'll have to. Mother effer. Piece of garbage. Alright, well, I'll have to figure something out about that. But, yeah, there are a lot of China farmers here because there's just a freaking ton of ore nodes. As you see, it's like, this is waterfall here, which kind of hides the entrance, and there's like this big, or in a mountainous area that makes it kind of hard to get another way. I think you can like levitate Stormblast or telekinesis Stormblast out, but it's not really worth it. And plus, it's kind of cool to go through here anyway. Yeah, it's not that far from civilization if you're not a Mahirim. I came from Jaredin. It's pretty close to Hintonfell, Larethain, Spiral Peak, or Elf Cities. Alright, so let's get this on. Alright. Yeah, jumping skills. Alright, so there's this cave here. You can see that's where I just jumped from. There's this underwater cave. It's pretty freaking sweet. I mean, I don't know why AV doesn't do more freaking awesome stuff like this, but they don't. So, yeah, just go. Alright. Swimming like that. Swimming with my shield. Axe. Pop food. I think the NPCs do daily quests sell skinning knives, so it should be okay. I'm feeling like I'm getting some load. There's also a towered bank, Mahirim towered bank, not too far to the west here. Like pretty much directly off the mountain thing that encloses this dungeon area is a Mahirim tower bank. So if you're not a blue Mahirim, just be careful if you're chasing anyone, because the China farmers I've caught up here, most of them just like Stormblast to the Mahirim tower and they're safe. Freaking long run. It's pretty cool. I mean, this is a lot of wasted space. They could, preferably they would do something with this space, like put some mobs in it. But, you know, AV does what AV does. Get down through the water again. At least the updated sand textures. Oh, it's so freaking awesome. The updated sand textures makes the game so much better. Alright. I'm going. It's west, of course. I guess I could try to fail a begone. Well, I'm not terribly good at water skiing, regardless of going west, so not too shocking. See the exit right there. I think I'm just somewhat crap mob spawn out here. Kind of again disappointing because it's you know, oh, there's pretty sizable ruins here, and again it's like kind of a nice setting, you know, in the middle of like this enclosed area. It's like its own little thing, but it's just like I think bone knights. I mean, it would be acceptable if there were like maybe more of them, but there's only like maybe four that spawn here. It's kind of like a wasted space again. But you know, Darkfall's full of wasted spaces. Yeah, bone knights. I think I'll get enough gold for a skinner off him. Come on. 27. I think they charge a premium, actually. So, I'll try to kill one more. Come on. Where'd you go now? Never mob when you need one. Of course, I'm trying to freaking use the portal. Like, the 6 of them will just pop out of nowhere and start attacking me. Oh. I hear you. Oh, what the F? Oh, I thought it was a person at first. Just a monster who likes hiding up there. Maybe they spawn up there. Anyway, doesn't matter. Alright, now I definitely have enough. So, let's get in this freaking dungeon. Get this over with. Alright. Yeah. I love loading screens. My favorite thing about Darkfall. No instances at all. Lots of loading screens. Right. So this week's blue loading screen swirly trivia is: did you know that in the early beta, that when you blocked stuff, it was 1 block per mouse click? You couldn't hold down block. So like, if you were actually trying to block an attack, you had to hope that between latency and timing and all that stuff, that for the, you know, 1/8 of a second that your block was active, that you got hit. Because they didn't have toggle blocking. You know, hold down. You couldn't just hold down right click and block, or whatever your parry key is. Alright, there's a spawn, so no one's here. But just think how crazy that was. And like, I complained about it a lot on the beta forums, because I complain a lot on the forums. Because it's like this, watch. Like that. That was blocking. You couldn't just hold down. And people were like, oh, that makes the game hardcore. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, that's what I thought, idiots. Alright, so we're getting the quest from her. Kill Dark Weavers, 25 of them, 2k. Let me try to buy this. Yeah, skinner. See, I was right, it's 30 GP. Alright. But, yeah, so this quest is, this is Larethain. It looks like a kind of an elvish ruins, you know, she's an elf. They're from the Hintonfowl Sisterhood. They don't really give you any details. They're just like, oh, clean out this, you know, thing. What I gather, again, from looking at it, is that it's probably an elf, and the name Larethain as well. It's probably an elf ruin, but they don't really give that detail. So I'm gonna make believe that they did, and I'm claiming this is an elf ruin, and they're trying to investigate what's they're like these hidden caves in the back of the ruins. Like there's, you know, there's a city on top of it. So they want you to investigate it, or they want to investigate it, and for them to do that, they need you to kill all these Dark Weavers. There's the undead here, so right, this looks like the, you know, kind of a crypt area. Pretty cool architecture here. And then we're getting into these dungeon, like, you'll see, it's like kind of like a dungeon area. There are crypt guards here. You could farm them. It's actually a pretty decent spawn of them. Like maybe you usually get 3 or 4 of them. Alright, so here's like the prison area. So like prisoners, I guess these keep in these little crow's nest things, or crow's cages, whatever they're called. And then back here, you get to all these caves, which is pretty cool. Again, like there's no lore beside, but look, it's like a dragon skeleton, right? Here's a dragon skeleton. here's a horse skeleton, and like based on the fact that there's a city on top of it, and you know, and then like this dungeon complex here, what I would do if I had control over the lore for this dungeon, I would say that this was an elf city. Like the ruins that we walked through to get here was an elf city, and below these tunnels here, right? So that was like the crypt or whatever for the elf city that we went into, and there's secret caverns. There's also like a Mahirim quest here or something, but these secret caverns back here were used for breeding dragons. That's what I'm gonna say. You see all the giant dragon bones, and it's like, kind of a cave. So this was like their dragon rookery. That's what I'd go with. And anyways, so Darkweavers or Sarlets took up residence here, and the Hintonfowl Sisterhood is interested in looking at the details behind all that stuff. Let me turn the sound down just a wee bit. Alright, just so it's not so deafening. Alright, anyways, that's what I would, if for whatever reason I had control over what AV was going to do for the lore for this place, I would pitch it as something like that. Like, it's a, elvish city, the crypts are underneath, and they found these secret rooms in the back of the crypt that leads to a dragon rookery that has been taken over by Sarled Darkweavers. And the Hintonfowl Sisterhood wants to learn more about breeding dragons, as who wouldn't, because dragons are awesome. And they're asking you to clear out these Darkweavers so they can investigate the rookery in better depth. Alright, kill these. These are the high-level Sarlets. I don't think there's anything above them, not that I've found at least. They do some poison stuff that's a little annoying. They have a bunch of dots that they do. Like, they do Blast, they do the Venom spell from Greater Magic. They also have the Poison Adepts have a melee poison dot that they drop on you. It can be annoying. It can get, like if you're doing the whole thing in like a big group, you can get a whole lot of dots on you and can do a decent amount of damage. But it's not too difficult, as I'm not in great gear right now. So, yeah, nothing too special here. Let me show you where the chest is. The chest is back here. Freaking girlfriend calling me. Talk to you. She doesn't be so pissed that I hung up on her. Alright. Yeah, there's a Veron chest right here. So, it's pretty good. You can do that while you do the spawn. The spawn's pretty fast. I want to say it has 8 or 9 Sarlets in it. It's mostly Darkweavers, but some Poison Adepts. But it's pretty good, between doing this and looting and skinning, you're not going to have much downtime. Let's see what I get from here. I hope it's awesome. Ah, hells yeah. More useless crap that I'm going to discard. But anyways, let me just show you the loot here for the Darkweaver. The Poison Adepts don't really drop anything of note. These guys can drop over 200. I find they average around like 120, 150. So they drop a decent amount of regs and gems as well, and cloth. And they skin for the Sarled bile. I should have brought a bag. You gotta be kidding me. I didn't answer for a reason. Anyways, so I will come back to you guys when I am done with this. Alright, so I just turned in my quest. I finished it. Didn't take me very long. 3 key turn-ins is all it took. And I have 12,500 gold. And I got a Veron key as well, which I'm going to go turn in. I got 42 Sarled bile, a bunch of other Q2 mats, and 116 resin, 92 nacre, 70 something mandrake. So, pretty decent regs as well. Yeah, so I mean, it's good money. It only took me, I probably could have done it even quicker if I didn't have the Veron keys to turn in, but I just turned in all 3, so, clean 30 minutes. And so now I'm just gonna do my little commentary, yeah. And so I'm gonna start out with just saying in general with this one thing that I wish that they would do is the entryway into the dungeon that we came through with the cool little you know, underwater tunnel and stuff. I wish they would put some mobs in there, some you know, just like newbie mobs like skeleton warrior, zombie warrior, something like that. And then I think the ruins above the dungeon should just be again like completely filled with, you know, I think right now there's like 2, 3, or 4 spawns, something stupid like that, of like skeleton archers and bone knights. So there should be a hell of a lot more of them. Then we get back here in the dungeon. Once we get down to this point, it shouldn't be these zombie warriors. The crypt guards are good. I'd say more crypt guards. I like crypt guards, a good mob. More crypt guards. You could put in a, you know, this big statue of a grave lord. Why not putting in a grave lord, or you know, or a giant skeleton, just something like that. So, or you can still have some like dire zombies, just, you know, or maybe mummies, just something that's not newbie mobs, because it's, you know, it's a dungeon. The quest is to kill the Darkweavers, so there aren't going to be newbies doing that quest. So crypt guards, dire zombies, mummies, grave lords, giant skeletons, just stuff like that. You know, throughout the crypt that we just are leaving, and throughout this tunnel, that would be good. Freaking, oh, this could be gone. Yeah, so we don't need these. Like, it's such a waste. Such a waste. So I'm gonna get 1 Q1 bile. Like anyone in the world needs Q1 bile. And they drop like 7 gold or something. So this thing's stupid. But then when we get into here, into this the rookery, right? So see the dragon skeletons. I would like it to start being sarlids. I would want to pair the sarlids with spiders, right? Sarlids are supposed to be spider herders. That's their thing. So, you know, this whole area, I mean, I hate the spawn mechanics where we just have like a whole group of them just spawn together, you know. Just have like a spawn here, you know, maybe like a Darkweaver, a Poison Adept, and a giant spider or something, you know, and just like little spawns like that stretched out throughout this area here. Because, you know, no one's going to sit here and farm giant spiders. It's silly. And, you know, you can throw in cave spiders to, you know, the difficulty shouldn't be too bad. So, you know, you can keep that in mind, because cave spiders hit kind of hard, and, you know, the knockup's pretty annoying, and those dots will stack. So, but, I mean, I'd say that's the general concept of trying to pair the sarlids with the spiders instead of having them in separate spawns. So I said, like in here, this, you know, it's a separate spawn. So in this room here, I would like to see some sort of like a boss sarlid mob of some sort. It doesn't have to be like a boss. It could just be like a sarlid queen or something. It doesn't have to be terribly difficult, but just something. I'm gonna go to this back room I really haven't looked at with you guys. Yeah, morning sieges. So this back room over here, again, like as I said, it's a rookery. It's a dragon rookery. There are some sarlids here. What I would say is that you know, we could have again like a higher end, a different sarlid mob preferably, and then maybe see, there's more dragon skeletons in here, which further gives credence to my theory. And you know, we could put like little, you know, like a baby dragon or something, like have this, you know, sarlid queen or whatever, and then have just like a little baby dragon. It can just be like a, you know, 1500 HP mob. It doesn't have to be anything brutal, but you know, it should just be something, you know, to kind of fit in with the whole dragon thing. Or, you know, you could even have like this one here take you to another dungeon with dragons. I don't think it's necessary. I would just say this final room here with all the dragon bones, you know, just put like a boss sarlid and put like a little, you know, dragon with it, a little dragon pet thing. Alright, well, that is my weekend PvE review, and thank you for watching. Bye! Uh-oh, special bonus. So, I hear a Mahirim. It's probably a newbie, but might as well go and see. I'm gonna kill you so hard. Zerg. Oh, I hate Zerg so bad. He's a total newbie. I'll res him. Yeah, I'm a nice guy. Anyways, yeah, special PvP extra.